Today, we're going to talk about the two worst skills in Diablo 2, why they're so bad, and unlike most of the other skill videos, we're going to talk about some of the options on how they could fix them in future patches. Though starting out, let's talk about why Inferno and Blue Raspberry Inferno, commonly called Arctic Blast, are so terrible. Basically, in spite of their improvements in 2.4, they still suffer from a few mechanical pains in the butt, such as being size 1 missiles, which are tiny, in fact much tinier than the graphic would lead you to believe. They also lock you in place while you're firing them, and they still lack the raw damage to properly compensate for all of this, since they open you up to way too much damage. Starting with Arctic Blast, we have the cold damage version, which thankfully does chill effects and isn't even that terrible of a duration, though it's also not godly either. With each level, it increases its range, which isn't that bad, but due to the small missiles, chances are, even at a full screen's distance, and even with the chill, at least some of a pack of enemies will reach you due to the limited width of the skill and, well, lackluster damage in general. Similarly, Inferno got a bump to damage in 2.4, albeit with fire damage instead of cold, so no chill there. Even with the reduced mana cost, it's generally still going to have the same issues and drawbacks as its Druid mirror, though it does shoot at least a little bit further, though not so much that you'd notice. Generally speaking, these are still the two worst skills in the game, but also sadly the two hardest to balance due to how they function, since if you make them powerful enough to justify standing still, then chances are they will become as strong as meta options, despite being level 6 skills. If you don't make them powerful enough to justify standing still, then you need to think of an alternative besides just sheer damage to a single stream path to make them useful. Personally, there's a few options that could be considered, but I think the best update for them would be to increase the area of effect with levels, and a number of mods have approached this with a burning hands approach, turning it into an ever-expanding fan of fire as you gain levels in it, much like the multi-shot Balrog or Flayer Shaman, and it works, at least until things get weird at exceptionally long ranges, but even then it's okay. But weirdly, while that works for Inferno as a solid patch, a potential middle ground option, so we don't have to spray and pray fire and ice shotguns in the game, would be to actually scale the missile size and of course even more damage with levels, which would keep the firing my laser appeal of Inferno as it currently is for some people, while still giving it a lot more utility to deal with at least small crowds. So what do you think should be done with the worst skills in Diablo 2? Mention it down below and maybe they'll get some ideas to at least make it competitive with, well, at least level 1 skills. And as always, keep gaming, have fun, and peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.